Om Sai Ram. Sai devotees, now with the blessings of Shree Sai Baba, let us start chapter 5 of Shree Sai Satcharitra part 1. The topics covered in this chapter are Baba's return with Chand Patil's marriage party, welcomed and addressed as Sai, contact with other saints, his dress and daily routine, the story of the Padukas, wrestling bout with Mohiddin and change in life, turning water into oil, the pseudo-guru Javhar Ali. Now, let us see the return of Sai with Chand Patil's marriage party. As hinted in the last chapter, I shall now describe first how Sai Baba returned to Shirdi after his disappearance. There lived in Aurangabad district, that is in Nizam state, in a village called Dhoop, a well-to-do Mohammedan gentleman by name Chand Patil. While he was making a trip to Aurangabad, he lost his mare. For 2 long months, he made a diligent search but could get no trace of the lost mare. After being disappointed, he returned from Aurangabad with the saddle on his back. After travelling 4 courses and a half, he came on a way to a mango tree under the foot of which sat a ratna, which means square fellow. He had a cap on his head, wore a kafni, that is a long robe, and had a satka, that is a short stick, under his armpit, and he was preparing to smoke a chilim, that is a pipe. On seeing Chand Patil pass by the way, he called out to him and asked him to have a smoke and to rest a little. The fakir asked him about the saddle. Chand Patil replied that it was of his mare which was lost. The queer fellow or the fakir asked him to make a search in the nala close by. He went, and the wonder of wonders, he found out the mare. He thought that this fakir was not an ordinary man but an avaliya, which means a great saint. He returned to the fakir with the mare. The chilim was ready to be smoked, but 2 things were wanting. One was a fire to light the pipe, and second was water to wet the chapi, which means a piece of cloth through which smoke is drawn up. The fakir took his prong and thrust it forcibly into the ground, and came out a live burning coal which he put on the pipe. Then he dashed the satka on the ground, from whence water began to ooze. The chapi was wetted with that water, was then wrung around and wrapped around the pipe. Thus everything being cleared, the fakir smoked the chilim and then gave it to Chand Patil. On seeing this, Chand Patil was wonderstruck. He requested the fakir to come to his home and accept his hospitality. Next day, the fakir went to Patil's house and stayed there for some time. The Patil was a village officer of Dhoop. His wife's brother's son was to be married, and the bride was from Shirdi. So Patil made preparations to start for Shirdi for the marriage. The fakir also accompanied the marriage party. The marriage went off without any hitch. The party returned to Dhoop, except the fakir alone stayed in Shirdi and remained there forever. Now let us see how the fakir got the name Sai. When the marriage party came to Shirdi, it alighted at the foot of a banyan tree in Bhagata Malsapati's field near Khandoba's temple. The carts were loosened in the open courtyard of Khandoba's temple, and the members of the party descended one by one, and the fakir also got down. Bhagat Malsapati saw the young fakir getting down and accosted him, Ya Sai, means welcome Sai. Others also addressed him as Sai, and thenceforth he came to be known as Sai Baba. Now, let us see his contact with other saints. Sai Baba began to stay in a deserted masjid. One saint named Devidas was living in Shirdi many years before Baba came there. Baba liked his company. He stayed with him in the Maruti temple in the Chowdi and sometimes lived alone. Then came another saint by name Jankidas. Baba spent most of his time in talking with him, or Jankidas went to Baba's residence. So also one Vaishya householder saint from Puntambe by name Gangagir also frequented Shirdi. When he first saw Sai Baba carrying pitchers of water in both hands for watering the garden, he was amazed and said openly, Blessed is Shirdi that it got this precious jewel. This man is carrying water today, but he is not an ordinary fellow. And this land, that is Shirdi, was lucky and meritorious. It secured this jewel. So also one famous saint by name Anandnath of Yevle Mutt, a disciple of Akkalkot Maharaj, came to Shirdi with some Shirdi people. When he saw Sai Baba, he said openly, "This is a precious diamond in reality. Though he looks like an ordinary man, he is not an agar, which means an ordinary stone, but a diamond. You will realize this in the near future." Saying this, he returned to Yevle. This was said while Sai Baba was a youngster. Now let us see Baba's dress and his daily routine. In his young days, Sai Baba grew hair on his head, never had his head shaved. He dressed like an athlete. When he went to Rahata, which is 3 miles from Shirdi, he brought with him small plants of marigold, jai and zui, and after cleaning, he planted and watered them. A devotee by the name Vaman Tatya supplied him daily with 2 earthen pitchers. With this, Baba himself used to water the plants. He drew water from the well and carried the pitchers on his shoulders. In the evening, the pitchers were kept at the foot of the neem tree. As soon as they were placed there, they were broken, as they were made of raw earth and not baked. Next day, Tatya supplied 2 fresh pitchers. This course went on for 3 years, and with Sai Baba's toil and labor, there grew a flower garden. On this site, at present stands the big mansion, the Samadhi Mandir of Sai Baba, which is now frequented and used by so many devotees. Now let us see the story of Padukas, that is the footprints under the neem tree. A devotee of Akkalkot Maharaj by name Bhai Krishnaji Ali Bagkar worshipped the photo of Akkalkot Maharaj. He once thought of going to Akkalkot, which is in Sholapur district, taking the darshana of the Padukas, that is the footprints of the Maharaj, and offering his sincere worship there. But before he could go there, he got a vision in his dream. Akkalkot Maharaj appeared in the vision and said to him, "Now Shirdi is my resting place. Go there and offer your worship." So Bhai changed his plan and came to Shirdi, worshipped Baba, stayed there for 6 months and was happy. As a reminiscence of this vision, etc., he prepared the Padukas and installed them on an auspicious day of Shravana, that is in Shaka 1834, that is 1912 AD, under the neem tree with due ceremonies and formalities conducted by Dada Kelkar and Upasani. One Dikshit Brahmin was appointed for worship and the management was entrusted to devotee Sagur. Now let us see the complete version of this story. Mr. B.V. Dev, retired Mamlatdar of Thana and a great devotee of Sai Baba, inquired about this matter with Sagun Meru Naik and Govind Kamlakar Dikshit and has published a full version of the Padukas in Sai Leela Volume 11, number 1, page 25. It runs as follows. In 1834 Shaka, that is 1912 AD, one doctor, Ramarao Kothare of Bombay, came to Shirdi for Baba's darshana. His compounder and his friend Bhai Krishnaji Ali Bagkar accompanied him. The compounder and Bhai became intimate with Sagun Meru Naik and G.K. Dikshit. While discussing things, these persons thought that there must be some memorial of the fact of Sai Baba's first coming to Shirdi and sitting under the holy neem tree. They thought of installing Baba's Padukas there and were going to make them of some rough stones. Then Bhai's friend, the compounder, suggested that if this matter be made known to his master, Dr. Ramarao Kothare, who would prepare nice Padukas for this purpose. All liked the proposal and Dr. Kothare was informed of it. He came to Shirdi and drew a plan of the Padukas. He went to Upasani Maharaj in Khandoba's temple and showed him his plan. The latter made many improvements, drew lotuses, flowers, conch, disc, man, etc. and suggested that the following shloka regarding neem tree's greatness and Baba's yogic prayers be inscribed. The verse was as follows. Sada nimba vrukshasya mooladhivasat सुधास्त्राविणं तिक्तमप्यप्रियन्तं तरुङ्गल्पवृक्षादिकं साधयन्तं नमामीश्वरं सद्गुरुं साईनाथम्. Upasni's suggestion was accepted and carried out. The Padukas were made in Bombay and sent to Shirdi with the compounder. Baba said that they should be installed on Purnima, the 15th of Shravan. On that day at 11 am, G.K. Dikshit brought them on his head from Khandoba's temple to the Dwarkamai, that is Masjid, in procession. Baba touched the Padukas, saying that these are the feet of the Lord, and asked the people to install them under the foot of the neem tree. A day before, one Parsi devotee of Bombay named Pasta Seth sent ₹25 by money order. Baba gave this sum for the installation of the Padukas. The total expense of installation came up to ₹100, out of which ₹75 were collected by subscriptions. For the first 5 years, G.K. Dikshit worshipped the Padukas daily, and then this was done by Lakshman Kacheshwar Jakhadi. In the first 5 years, Dr. Kothare sent ₹2 per month for lighting, and he also sent the railing round the Padukas. The expense of bringing the railing from the station to Shirdi, that is presently ₹7.50, and roofing was made by Sagun Meru Nayak. Now Jakhadi, that is Nana Pujari, does the worship, and Sagun Meru Nayak offers the Naivedya and lights the evening lamps. Bhai Krishnaji was originally a devotee of Akkalkot Maharaj. He had come to Shirdi at the installation of the Padukas in Shaka 1834 on his way to Akkalkot. He wanted to go to Akkalkot after taking the darshana of Baba. He asked Baba's permission for this. Baba said, "Oh, what is there in Akkalkot? Why do you go there? The incumbent Maharaj of that place is here, that is myself." Hearing this, Bhai did not go to Akkalkot. He came to Shirdi off and on after the installation of the Padukas. Mr. B.B. Dev concluded that Hemadpan did not know these details. Had he known them, he would not have failed to depict them in his Sai Charitra. Om Sai Ram. Let us complete part 1 of chapter 5 here. The remaining part will be discussed in the next part. Om Sai Ram. Devotees, do not forget to subscribe, like and comment on this channel. Om Sai Ram.